What is good, family? What is good? And Happy New Year to everybody. Throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boys speak. Go ahead and throw those A's in the chat right now so that I know that you are here awake and ready for a new trading year tomorrow. My team, what is good in the hood? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, man, oh, man. Options, my brother, love you, man. Thank you so much for your efforts, dude. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, dude. For real, man. Since day one, man, you've been at it. You've been here supporting the team. You've been here supporting me, dude. Thank you so much. Ian Tucker, what's up, dude? B Sasquatch, what's up, man? What's up, DJ? Fern 5, what is up, my bro? Damon, how you doing, guys? TJ. Casey, what's up, man? Buzz Margin Call, dude. I hope you got my analysis on that XRP, my dude. I am, hey, Papan, what's up, dude? Good to see you here. Yeah, dude, I'm feeling a little bit, I don't want to say bearish, bro. I just want to say that there is a downside to come in here. We started that new hourly candle with a higher high here, and it resisted from this top side resistance here at 63.64. So hold off a little bit, man. Hold off a bit. I think that this still has a little bit of downside to go, specifically looking at that hourly time frame RSI, right? Looking like we can actually curve right down into here, and then make that support touch at the gravitational zone, and then pull to the upside, right, my dude? So yeah, that's what I'm looking for, man. Wait for that closure, wait for the validation, confirmation, and then you'll be able to rip it to the upside, dude. But very, very cool stuff. Double X, what is up, my brother? Good to see you here. Nice, you're watching the college football too? That's great, dude. That's great. All right, man. Yeah. Options, we are definitely ready. Hey, John, how you doing? Saying good evening, ARCa from sunny Southern California, man. It is actually, you know what? It was sunny. Definitely over the week when we had a little bit of rain. But I think we ended up getting a little bit of sun today, so it's looking pretty good and good for the grass, man. Definitely good to have that rain for the grass, guys. I have to share something with you real quick. Let me just go ahead and pull the screen over to this side so that I can show you what's going on. So the Tesla IR the compiled consensus listed at 488.5K deliveries. For Q4, 1.8 million for, so guys, what we're looking at here are the numbers that are going to be released tomorrow for Tesla. So I'm not sure exactly how they're going to, I'm not sure how they're going to go. I'm not sure how they're going to, I mean, it's kind of, it feels a little clear, right? Looking at the immediate short term. Let's go ahead and pull up a chart here for Tesla here, because it feels like it actually may be bearish. And I don't know, but what are you guys thinking here for the deliveries? I think those are the sales, right? For the vehicles over the Q4. Did they meet it? Did they not? But here are some numbers to look at, right? So let's kind of join heads here and see if we can go ahead and pull off a Tesla trade alongside. I mean, this has enough pressure to pull the SPY down too. So we may have something here. So let's see what we have. Let's see. Mark Roach is saying Tesla's fourth quarterly deliveries are due Tuesday morning. That's right. Tesla is trying to bounce back from a disappointing third quarter result while fending off the Chinese competition for the title. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Cryptic? My brother. So this is, I actually haven't even announced it just yet, but what I'm doing here is actually trying to bring in some of the people who don't know that I'm going to be strictly streaming on the Discord platform. And what I'm doing here is also showing the type of analysis that we're going to be doing to observe potential plays for the next, for the following days. So I'm still going to be releasing video analysis threads on YouTube. I'm going to be releasing video analysis threads in a lighter form. The actual plays, the actual detailed information, the types of positions and the ratings, more important, of the plays will actually be released on Discord, as I'm going to be primarily living there now. You know what I mean? So here we're just doing our thing, right? Options. That's yes. We'll look into that too. I am absolutely down. Ian, I'm so sorry about that, bro. That really sucks. But Mark Roach, I'm sorry, I didn't read the second one you put. So competition for a title of the largest markets of battery electric vehicles in the world. Let's see, Wall Street expects Tesla to report deliveries between 475,000 and 480,000 units. So those are the expected numbers, right? So if we fall short, I mean, there could be a continued drop here, because Tesla has been incredibly bearish over the last couple days or week, right? So, and Tesla, you know what? Let's go ahead and come back to the charts over here and pull Tesla up, as I want to see what the current average true range is on Tesla, right? So let's go ahead and pull back here onto this screen and pull up the ATR on this on a daily, right? And see what we're doing, because Tesla has been moving like crazy, team. Crazy. Cryptic Trader saying Tesla in a sort of a rising wedge. So that could be a further downside, right, my brother? That's, you know what? Meta was also looking around the same. We went short Meta on Friday, and it went pretty good, and it was in a similar formation, right? It was that rising wedge. Cryptic Trader giving us the information. The average, thank you, brother, so I don't have to look. So that's going to be $8.40 average true range on a 14-day close for Tesla. So if that is the case, team, let's just go ahead and put together some quick numbers here, right? We're currently at 248.48. If Tesla, guys, please remember, we're going to take a look at mRNA as well, and let's see how that moves too. Yeah, absolutely, 100% agreed. Options. This has enough juice to be able to pull the SPY back, and if the SPY does pull back, it feels like it could be on a cliff. So if we're looking at that would be $240, right around there. So 240 would put us right back down at this gap right here. So this is going to be the potential support. Very curious for it to be this close to that gap. So Tesla has a gap between 240.86 and the bottom side of about 240.30. Let's go ahead and call that 240. 240.30. That could be it right there. So that average true range could find that bounce right off of that gap right there. So this gap still has not been filled, and not to say that it has to. I'm just saying that it's a potential, right? So some of the signals here to disclose that potential downside would be clear. Actually, price action here on the leading indicator, right? Price. You're looking at a continuous upside here on price action, and you're looking at a downside here in volume. So you're getting a bearish divergence with volume versus raw price action here. So that's naturally going to lead to a downside here. So let's observe some more here, right? So daily time frame bearish engulfing actually printed out pretty nicely, and it's on a continuing candle. This to me is a confirmation candle for further downside, as it almost printed a complete bearish Maribozu, right? So it's looking pretty interesting for the downside here. So you know what? Let's get SPY ready and a few other tickers up on here so that we can see what the potentials would be coming into tomorrow. So yeah, let me go ahead and take a look at your chart, my brother. So I got something to share with you guys here, team. This is actually going to be Cryptic Trader sharing with us ticker symbol Tesla on a daily time frame, a rising wedge. So please go ahead and take a look at this. So this rising wedge here has a price target of roughly under $210. So if we can get this break here, that means that we'll be able to find that support somewhere between the $200 and $210 range, bounce to the upside, get that validation from the SMA 200, and kind of find a new chop zone here before finding another correction to the downside or to the upside. We're going to have to react to that upon confirmation, of course. But the SMAs are completely going to be the resistance right here, as Cryptic Trader says. Completely agreed with you, my brother. I love it. This, yeah, you know what, guys? I think we have a few plays here that are gonna do pretty good for us. And let me come back here to the charts and prepare. Let's get the SPY up. Let's get mRNA up, and ENPH, how's that one doing, Cryptic? Do we have some movement on that one? I think that could I'm not sure if the energy sector is going to be showing us some movement soon, but I do recall that. I have to look at it again, but I do recall that ticker being in a pretty precarious resistance. So let's go ahead and move some of this stuff out of the way here, and take a look at the SPY, right? So I'm gonna, you know what, without any hesitation, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these drawings here, as they were last year's play. We did good on them. We already played them, and I think that I can reset some of these. Supports and resistances to the new year instead, right, team? So I think everything's cool. Let me just go ahead and get rid of all that stuff there, and yeah. All right, perfect. So a little bit of an kind of a, what is it called? The inverse of that was an abandoned baby, right? So this looks like a pretty nice confirmation candle here too. Although you would have to give this some credibility, as it does have inclining bear volume, right? So this could actually introduce a continuation to the downside. Let's pull up some moving averages here and see what the deal is, right? SMA 10 current support on the daily time frame, nice bounce from it. And let's see. Options, you're saying no on mRNA. ENPH has the 200 SMA coming up, but it's still okay. It's still bullish. All right. So that means that we still potentially have a further upside, a short-term upside on it, and then we could write it short maybe. Since it's coming up to a resistance, and we're getting all this pressure to the downside here, we may be able to see something shift. Notice this. Check this out on your DMI. You're actually starting to get your DMI plus to decline here, and you're starting to get some bear pressure inclining too. The ADX is, I mean, it's at a massive 47%, so that's it's pretty bullish still. But if this is the correction that we're essentially looking for, then we're about to start hitting the gas on the downside here. Okay, options, gotcha, brother. Yeah, so Cryptic, that's exactly what I was thinking, that it could be coming up on that resistance. So check this out, guys. You know what? We can also evaluate here the options contracts on let's see. So short-term time frame options trading, of course, right? So let me just go ahead and open up my direct access platform here and take a look at some of the options, right? So let's I'm not going to be able to see it here. Let me pull up another source. Let's see. I have to agree with what you're saying, Cryptic, about EMPH not breaking that SMA 200. So now that I have this here, let me go ahead and type it in, as these are plays, team. These are plays with high numbers in average true range, right? You want to play things that are above $4, $5, and Tesla is moving upwards of $8. So that's it's real volatility there. You know, that's opportunity for a short-term trader, and volatility is a trader's best friend. So we want to stick to that. As long as we are able to be guided with price action, then we'll know the direction and react upon that initial response, right? So we know that the numbers are coming out for Tesla. We know that Tesla is large enough to affect the SPY. The SPY is already looking like it could be making a downside here. And Tesla, pointed out by Cryptic Trader, is already looking like it has a rising wedge. And that rising wedge is about to get pierced. So, I mean, how are we not short the market? You know, how are we not betting against it? It's clear as day. And you know what? I think Meta was also showing a massive amount of weakness too. So let's go ahead and roll out Meta in here too, right? So we're gonna combine all of this and see which one could be the one. So options, I'm just gonna go ahead and validate with you and confirm with you that you for sure do not want me to look at mRNA, and you're looking at something else, correct? I know I've been a little bit distracted here trying to pull up these plays, but I just want to make sure that I look at what you're looking at too. So let me drop in here ticker symbol Meta, as this was our 200+% gainer on Friday, team. This was a massive play that we got on Friday. Okay, gotcha. And Cryptic Trader giving us the average true range daily 14-day close on ticker symbol ENPH. That is an ATR of 520. huge average true range on that, right? So all of these plays, team, they're going to be able to show us some true direction here. All right, so yeah, you know what, Mark Roach, I will pull that up for you, as well as, you know what, I do have a few people in here curious over what could happen with the miners, right? So let's pull up WULF as well, and let me finish my train of thought right over here. Oh my goodness, look at that. So the downside, yeah, the downside targets here are just about cleared. I was thinking of about $2.20 on, I forgot when this was, so we almost got it, didn't we? Very nice. The SMA 10 located right down. You know what? Yeah. I gotta take a look at this, because this is one massive bearish engulfing here. This is, and it's a break of the range here. Covered the gap as well. Oh my goodness, brother. I feel like this thing's gonna drop to the freaking 200. Damn. Meta is on that rising wedge too. Yeah, brother. Share with me if you can, brother. Share with me what you're seeing in the moderators Discord, please. Let me see your drawing, so that I can save some time here and take a look at. Let me finish off the SPY too, right? Because I think that we're okay. Yeah. Take a look at this, team. The SPY 5-minute EMA 200. We broke below that. We already tested it too. We tried to break above the SMA 50, but it looks like the SMA 50 is now serving as a resistance, and the SMA 100 and the SMA 50 are starting to converge to each other. This is not looking so hot. Tom R, what is up, my brother? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you here. Happy New Year to you and the fam, brother. All right, so let me pull up a couple more moving averages here. I want to see some EMAs. Let me see the 20 and the 5 is probably right above. Oh, SMA 5 resistance on the SPY 475.55. Let me pull up the hourly time frame now. It looks like we got a good scalp coming in. Hourly time frame, check it out, team. SMA 5 resistance. We have a downside pivot here. We have the SMA 20 crossing below the SMA 50. The SMA 200 is located right down here at 472.58. Very, very likely for this SMA 200 to be located at around 473.31 at the current swing low. Yeah, over the next, let's just say, I don't think it'll happen during the pre-market. In fact, or the early pre-market, right? European hours. If we end up getting the downside here, it'll be very likely to form this dead cat bounce, right? So if we have a dead cat bounce here, very, very, very dangerous area for us to trade, as we could have a chance here to fail the SMA 200. Let's go ahead and take a projection here and see how low this price can actually reach, right? So we're looking at around a 470.09 bottom side here for the SPY. And to be honest, it wouldn't necessarily be and you know what? This is an ascending triangle failure. Yeah, damn. Okay, so yeah, there's another perspective to look at this from, right? So this was technically a bullish formation, completely ignored. Right, so let's go ahead and take into consideration something like this. The breakdown already happened. Oh man. Jeez. Okay. All right, so breaking below this resistance here has a resistance validator already. Let's see how far we can take this. Hold on. Okay, we're breaking below now the December highs here on December 14th. This wick here, we just brought it down low. Let me see where that wick is located in comparison to. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, guys, I do think that we are set to make a pretty drastic downside here. 200 SMA looks like a target on Meta. Yeah, why does it feel like everything is about to fall off a cliff? Check this out, dude. Are you looking at the daily? The daily 200 SMA? Let me pull up the options contracts on that. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have some January 5th. January 5th puts. They are, yeah, they're definitely pricey. Woo! Big boy money. Hold on, let me. Okay, yeah. So the expiries that I'm seeing right now. Are you guys seeing anything beyond let's see. Yeah, are you guys seeing anything beyond January 5th expiry for the options chain on Meta? So I'm seeing long puts here. Yeah, I'm seeing long puts here with a range between 342.50 strike to 352.50 strikes. And I mean, look at those 352.50s. They're like, I mean, the spread is 360 to 370. But I will tell you that with a delta of 44, that's big money printing. Cryptic, you already have it up? Yeah, let me take a look at your drawing here. All right, team. So let's pull up Cryptic's drawing and display to you what he's seeing on Meta's rising wedge. Okay, so check this out. So this is what Cryptic is seeing. This is a rising wedge here. Meta platforms, and there is a downside here just above $285. If we can get that SMA 200 bottom side here, it could be just around 280, 290. You have a first support located at 312.74 according to his chart, right? So let me see what's, yeah, top side of the range here. You have many supports down here. Yeah, first stop. Yeah, the first stop could. Hold on. If we're trading at 353.96, the SMA 100 will be your first stop. So that's going to be 353.96. Drop to around 343 to 340. Will rise to the upside here. Validate what looks like to be your SMA 10. That would be your resistance and short entry. Your short entry would then take price down all the way down to the area of around 330. That 330 would be the bounce to validate the resistance of the conversion, the resistance here, conversion of support into resistance. Then that resistance could actually launch price down here, first to 312.74. Validate your SMA 100 at around 335. We can do a multiple execution play here with confirmations. This could be 3 to, I would say maybe 4 to 5 or even 6 executions in the span of about maybe 3 hours. This feels entirely too weak, and it feels like that bottom side target that you're talking about at the SMA 200 could be the overall resolution here by end of day tomorrow. Puts on Meta. It looks like my entire trading plan this week is thrown off now. What were you thinking? Were you longing something, brother? So let me pull back here. Yeah, we're getting increasing bear volume here on the daily time frame. Let me look at the hourly time frame for Meta as well for the immediate short term. Yeah, take a look at this. Meta is in the process of validating the resistance here. This is that complete conversion of the SMA 10 into resistance, and it's using it as a guide. So if we have this guide, that means here that we're set to fulfill at least. Did we say that on SPY too? Yeah, SPY is. This is very similar to the SPY. Check it out. Let me get rid of the moving averages here and take a look at this. Super curious. Very, very nice. And we're going to take a look at Mark Roach. Hold on, buddy. We're going to look at that ticker symbol wolf. Look at the resemblance here in the price action, SPY versus Meta. Ridiculous. That is, I mean, if you don't see that resemblance, I don't know what to tell you, but this is definitely a dead cat bounce market wide. Let me see what it's looking like on the SPY for, yeah, we're right at the SMA 10 too. The SMA 5 is serving as resistance on the SPY. Meta has the SMA 10 as resistance here. Let's see the downside target here, at least for that formation, right? So we'll get a psychological price objective, taking that trend line from the top side of the cat all the way to the bottom side support of it. And you're looking at a 348.39, which is very similar to the target that we're looking at from the falling wedge that Cryptic has to show. Cryptic Trader saying market just took a hella weak. Market just looks hella weak. Remember, tax harvesting at the end is always a real thing. Won't go back in until February to the stock they dumped. I completely agree. The restructuring of the portfolios, tax harvesting, all that stuff is a real shock to the markets too. And I'm wondering if that's just a complete panic and just a removal of positions here. Also, I will say that, you know, some companies may not like having the closure of a higher valuation at the monthly close. So it's only natural for a company to want to bring back their stock price at the end of a month. So there's a lot of different strategies here for a downside. So overall, team, I think that the right. So Cryptic, what is your bottom? I can't really read it, but what is your target? The overall, the very, very bottom line target. Are you looking at a 338 on your daily rising wedge? Is that what you're looking at? Because I have a resistance range. I'm sorry, a support range between 342.90, 342.91, and 338.66. This was a discretionary area that I've actually put together here, like from a range, right? And it's kind of like a fair value gap or an imbalance, and that's what I'm looking at. So let's see. Mark Roach. Never since 1945 has annual inflation measured by the Consumer Price Index fallen from above 5% to below 3% without a recession at the time of the fall or within the subsequent 18 months. Okay, yeah. So generally, yeah, team. If you don't know this, a typical bear market cycle or correctionary period lasts around 547 days on average, which is the equivalence of around 18 months ish, right? So the 547 days is what Mark Roach is saying to be an anomaly here, that we've never corrected 5 to 3% ever without having some type of recession. Now that is also kind of an arguable thought, because people are thinking that when the news outlets and when mainstream analysts start speaking of recession, that's usually because it already happened. It's already looking back. Now I don't know what that is, but to be honest with you, people have asked me what I've felt over the markets in the next few months. I will have to stick to it. I think that we still have a pretty deep correction coming in March or April of this year. That's not to say that the market is just going to continue correcting from here, but what I will say is that it was a pretty nice Santa Claus rally. You know, SPY ripped. Let's pull up the daily chart here and really take a look at what it did here. A lot of people didn't really believe that we had kind of a Santa Claus rally, right? So let's pull up the daily time frame and take a look at what the SPY did, right? So this is massive, right? So we're looking at the start, really at the end of October, right? Let's just say November 1st was when we first started this thing to really rip. Right, the SPY came up from 419.23 opening to 477.55. So that's that's definitely showing some pretty massive upside. And options is saying they will cut rates in March for sure. Something to think about. So that's coming from the words directly from a Fed Chair Powell. He did speak of pausing the rates, and this would just be a pause before a cut. So if they're actually going to pivot, that means that we are potentially setting ourselves up to make a new all-time high SPY and SPX, right? So right now the SPY is sitting at an all-time high of 479.98, which it reached in January 4th, 2022. Everything capitulated here starting in November 2021. So if we're going to combat that new all-time high, that would be the spot, team. That would be the spot to create or to convert into a support. 479.98 conversion into support is price discovery. So that means that we can rip to the upside here in several different formats. It would be a geometrical resistance. It could be a formation resistance, and I will say that this rising wedge that the SPY is currently building, which could be visible even from the a 12-hour time frame. I will say that this is not something to really look out as a deep correction. I really do feel that this downside here that we're going to face in the broader markets is just a breather, and it's ultimately going to create a new higher low. And if that's the case, then we have an incredible opportunity here to load that potential downside, because those who know, they know. What I mean by nobody is saying that everybody's so damn bullish the markets that we can literally use the upside bulls as liquidity here. So this can be an opportunity for a temporary bear thesis. So if we do have a temporary bear thesis in line, then this is our chance to fly, right? We'll bring this down for, I kid you not, this could be a minimum 50% gainer here on some puts. And I will say that Meta is a bit pricey though. So I was asking about the options chain just a little bit ago to see how frothy they are. But I mean, I will be on. Okay, check this out. I will be honest. I played Meta puts about 2 weeks ago with Cryptic and the boys, right? So, and I bought 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 4 or 5 options contracts outside of the money, out of the money, puts, downside, longs. And the rate of change that I got on a 2-day expiry, right? So they were not next day, they were 2-day. The rate of change and volatility that or Vega or implied volatility pump on these options that I got were almost, I'd say they were about 1 or 2 times stronger those of the 0 DTE SPY options long puts. So I will say that Meta's thrust can actually show you close to 0 DTE volatility on a 2 to 3 day expiry. And I'm talking about 3 to 4 or maybe even 5 notches outside of the money. So just to really show you how powerful these options contracts can be within the ticker Meta. You know what? Tesla even has it, but I've never experienced anything so volatile like it. And that it was actually Cryptic who told me, hey brother, you should try the Meta options contracts and see how they move. And I have to say, ever since then I've been playing Meta a lot because of that implied volatility. Huge gainers. And I think I have my images here from Friday, just so that you can see just how immense that price action is. It's not I mean, these are not forgiving at all. Not forgiving. And I have to just show you because they're just so powerful. Cryptic Trader says we're collecting now. Let's do it. So here is yeah, let me I have another more drastic image, right? But this is these are part of my scalps on Friday, right? So sorry about that. Let me just go back to that image. Where'd it go? Here it is. Yeah. Okay. So I bought it down here like around $32, right? 32, 33 bucks. And I sold it close to 40. I bought it again at 65, sold it at 77. And then I bought it again around 90 and I sold it at around 107. So this is just a 1 minute chart, right? Just so you can see the individual strikes. We're gonna be bullish, just not yet. Yeah, completely. So guys, this looks like I'm trading the upside, but I'm not. This is these are long puts, and they're showing you the valuation change over time, right? So let me see if I can really pull up the next one here, because the next image is the one to really look at, right? So I'm gonna share it here with the whoa, sorry about that, team. I'm gonna share it here with the team so that you can see just how critical these things can get. Okay, there it is. All right, so I'm gonna put it up in the moderator section. I'm gonna pull that image up. Here it is. Okay. Now let me zoom out just a bit and show you this. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so check this out, team. So, oh my goodness. Can we zoom in a little more? Yes, we could. All right, so my entries here were at around 40 bucks, and I ended up selling them at around close to 70. You know, and this, I mean, you're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minute move here, you know, and aside from that, right, I still had other plays. It was a total of 6 executions all on Meta. And it was around 207, 204% total over just that one trading day on Friday. It was massive. It was massive. It was huge gain. And I wasn't the only one. You know, I wasn't the only one. There were people getting 200% gainers, 100% gainers on coin. Lots of cool stuff, team. Wait till you see Friday's report. Oh. So Fern5 saying copy that pullbacks for Calamari Tuesday open. Let's Calamari Tuesday. Oh man. Mark Roach saying nearly 75% of Buffett's portfolio is invested in just 5 stocks. Yeah, he has said that before. All right, so last year around this time, everyone, Fern5 is saying last year around this time, everyone was bearish and stocks took off throughout 2023. I wonder now that everyone is bullish of 2024, we see the opposite. Well, usually, you know, that falls right into what Mark Roach said right there. That's sell the greed, buy the fear, right? Buy the fear, sell the greed type of strategy. If that's the case, then maybe we are gonna sell the greed here. And it looks like the SPY. Let me see on a daily time frame here. Also, actually, let me pull up ATR on the SPY, right? So the SPY is actually sitting at about a 340, 350 average true range. So let me just make sure of that. Hold on. Yeah, so we're sitting at around a 383 average true range on the SPY. So it's almost $4 of average true range. 475 to around 470. Yeah. That first target to the downside would be the it would be that the dead cat bounce. So that dead cat bounce leading to around 470.09. That could be the first area to observe here. So if we're looking at this in the range, I know that we have the SMA 200 here, but remember, this is an ever-evolving moving average, so it always moves, right? So we have to latch on moving average to whatever other supports that are relevant to it, next to it, right? So we have to kind of determine where and how this can move, right? So if we are determining here, it looks like we may have a support bottom of 467.86 to the top side of around 470.02. And if we can focus that, we can still get a little bit deeper here and use maybe a fib retracement, right? So let's use the prior day's fib retracement, which would be 476.29 to about 477.58. So let's see what they were playing here for a downside. So we supported right at the 3-spot 272 at 473.39. So this is serving pretty well. And the resistance came in at the SMA 5, which is equivalent to the 1-spot 618 at 475.50. That's perfect. So now let's take into consideration the current candle. So now this is going to be trading for the future, right? Instead of trading for, but we were looking hindsight here. We were looking to see who traded this for this retracement here. So now we're going to trade this one for tomorrow's retracement. So let's go ahead and add a fib extension to this and see the relevance here that we have, right? So, okay, yeah, we definitely have the 2-spot 618 located right at 467.22, right where the SMA 200 is located. And to take profit, psychologically speaking, saying 470.03 has a lot to do with the 2 fib at 469.53. So yeah, I think total range here, I will have to adjust this and create a focused zone, right? So we're going to do a 467.22 to 470.02, and our focus would be 468.51. But our focus range, because of the fib being at 468.61, I would say would be this space right here. This is where I expect us to land. 469.26 to 468.78. If we have that much juice, potentially tomorrow. But know for a fact that you have a few supports coming up. Definitely a few supports coming up. But yeah, I think tomorrow could be a pretty red day. Yeah, the SPY's ATR is not sitting so well, man. 380. Almost $4. That's really not enough. The $8 here is really, man, this is where it's at. So 353 would be the current price right here on Meta after hours close. So that $6 average true range is already at 347. If we push the $8, I mean, that's right at our discretionary support and range bottom. So if we're looking at an hourly invalidation, that would be 343.99. And that's really where I think so. So Cryptic, hold on. Options is saying, hey Cryptic, thanks for let's see. So Cryptic, ARCa, you hear our buddy trying future? No. I guess he wants to lose 24/7, dude. No. Oh my goodness, bro. That is terrible. Oh my goodness, man. And you know what? If you lose on futures, that's because of irresponsible trading, brother. You know, that's I mean, I wonder why he's trying it, right? I've been preaching that to the people for a while. But yeah, I think futures is the one place you can actually get some true price action, and actually price action that respects the play. That's where you're really going to have some dedicated players and true players. And if it's not there, then it's going to be in the mega caps and large caps here in the broader market trades and equities. So yeah, team, I think that our targets here would be focused. Let me give you the total range here for Meta, as I do believe that this could be it. And then I want to take a look at ticker symbol Wolf. Yeah, team, there's the focus too. The focus zone, I will have to honor this. So yeah, we're looking at a total range here. Tomorrow, it feels like we could drop to 348.38 to 344.99. I know that we can reach 343 or 342. I get it, right? I'm just trying to give a little bit of space here. We have a focus located at 340. Okay, well, let me do this instead. Let me get rid of the focus, and I'm going to make the focus a tiny, tiny space just in case, right? So just like this here, using the top wick here and the lower wick here, 346.63 to 347.74. This is a high probability for tomorrow. We're looking, I know that it's not going to seem like a drastic move, but if we're measuring here down to the bottom side, you're looking at a 2-point move or 2% move. And that 2% move can be a massive gain using some out of the money puts. Lion of all trades, what is up, my brother? Good to see you here. Happy New Year to you, my brother. Good to see you, dude. Just make sure you are greedy on the right side. Very well put. Very well said. I like it. Yep. You got to just make sure that you're greedy to the right side of the trade, right? And then you'll be good. Or you know what? My master students really are not going to like that I say that, right? Because usually, and you know options that I'm really respectful. I respect the process a great deal, right? So I will respect it more than making the cash itself. But you know, and I think and I think we're in for a nice one, you know. So it's nice to see that we have joining heads here, and the direction that you guys are seeing is also the direction that I'm seeing. So we're clean in the money. You know, not only that is that we're getting closures below the SMA 50, SMA 100, and the EMA 200 on the 5-minute period here. So if we're getting all these closures to the downside, check this out. The algorithm telling us we have a triple moving average crossover. That means the SMA 5 below the 10, 20, and 50, and 100. Sorry. So if we're getting that triple moving average crossover with the validation and closures all below that, let me even see. My algorithm also set a sell signal here at the close of this candle, which was at around 354. So it's already in the money. If we're getting all of this downside here, there is one more thing to look at. Oh man, another one, huh? Just to kind of put the cherry on top here for a downside move on Meta, we definitely have a head and shoulders formation on a 5-minute. Right, so I know that 5-minute time frames are not really the best examples here, but if we were to kind of put a projection here on this on this head and shoulders, and let's go ahead and do that now, right? So this could be a neckline right there. Let's go ahead and take price objective, top of the head, all the way down to that to the neckline here. We apply it below on the right hand shoulder, and it looks like the bottom side target that we're looking at in the immediate short term is already down to 351.32. So that 351.32 just happens to be the bottom side of these wicks here these were the lows on Friday, December 22nd, right in here. So that could be your temporary scalp, right? So I'm giving you a 5-minute play here, aside from me giving you the hourly and 4-hour play. Right, so if you're looking at quick moves, then this would be the more immediate downside. So if you're already exposed live shares, or if you're already exposed short Meta, you know, from Friday or whatever that was, then yeah, I could see a downside here, and this could be a quick scalp. So Lion of all trades saying I would love to. I would love to red, bro. I feel it, my brother. Options is saying Mark Roach preaching the good stuff, self-love for sure. It means time for ARCa to buy a Bentley Flying Spur. Dude, I love that. I love the Flying Spur. Very nice and very, very elegant. Isn't that the Flying Spur? Isn't that the 12-cylinder coupe? Right, I think it was the if I remember the make was a 2007 or 18 maybe when they started making them. I don't know if Bentley had the classics, you know, Flying Spur back in the 60s or something, right? But I think they remade it. But I love a Flying Spur, man. But I'm oh, it's a 4-door now. Nice. And it's okay, so they kept the V12. Que lo que? Yeah, man, I love that car. I'm a bit far from getting something like that, but you know, I will say that a Dawn's car like that would be pretty nice one day. I'm still kind of young, so I definitely like a little bit of a rocket, right? So, and literally speaking, like a Galpin rocket, or maybe a really interesting rice rocket, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. You know what I mean. I'm not being racist. I'm just like a GTR, right? A newer one. Oh man, not like the R35s or nothing like that. I'm really talking about the 500-600 horsepower Nissan GTR. You got tired of listening to Willie ramble? Oh my goodness. So guys, yeah, I think we have something seriously lined up here for the coming session. SPY, yeah, I think SPY would be the safer, slower play. But if we're looking at volatility, I think Meta would have to do it. And there could be a support bounce here on ENPH, daily time frame, SMA 200, 145.67. And that could really present some nice gains. You know what? We can actually look at one more thing, because I know Tesla is also setting itself up for a downside here, and it's a 240.30 potentially. So let's take a look at the you know what? I think I have it here somewhere. Let me see if I do. Yeah, let's take a look at the DXY. And let me get rid of the 10-year note and take a look at this. Okay, so this recovery here that you're seeing, bottom side of the DXY, $100.64. You're getting this rip to the upside here to around 101.52. This is the pressure that the broader markets used for the downside, right? So you're looking at an inverse correlation, the dollar value versus the traditional equities, right? So whenever the dollar goes up, you can expect oil to go up. You can expect nat gas to go up, things like that, right? Those are the inverse plays. So from this point here, are we facing a resistance? I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at it, because this is eventually going to tell us how far an overall move can last. All right, so let's pull up some moving averages here. SMA 5 could be used as a validator for resistance here, which means that we could still have further downside in traditional equities, right? So risk assets could be facing a further downside here if this thing continues to rip close to another point to the upside. So we're looking at 102.24 coming up, right? So if we do have that resistance up here, let me see how close we can get a resistance though. Okay. Yeah, I know that it's moving right now. It's all good. So we're gonna have a resistance here at the SMA 10 that we're already facing. Before market open, I expect this to have already dropped again to validated support at 101.34 to 101.28, and then face another bounce to the upside. Now let me reach the hourly time frame. Let me see how this is doing in the immediate short term. Okay, so we have just about an hour away from closing. Yeah, there is a strong potential here, team. We're at a support right now of the SMA 5 on an hourly time frame, and we've already moved above the SMA 100, the 50, the 10, the 20. If we can find a bounce to the upside, it wouldn't be until about 101.44. Yeah, so we'll fail this SMA 5. We're already breaking below prior bar lows. We'll fail this SMA 5, drop to the 101.44 in the next hour, and then the bounce from here would tell us if we're going to close above the linear regression at 101.60, in which case we would then be applying all kinds of negative pressure here to the broader markets until we reach the area of about the SMA 200 at 101.71. So yeah, I do see a further downside coming in for risk assets. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good for a breakdown play here. And Even the T's, right? Even the Q's, they're looking mighty weak. Same formation here, dead cat bounce on the TQQQ. This is going to be your triple levered ETF around Nasdaq. So this also is showing or displaying a potential downside here. To we'll catch that quick little, and believe me when I say that daily time frame. That immediate short-term time frame formations for some reason in the broader markets have been working out lately. You're looking at a bottom side target of about 49.02, which just so happens to be the bottom of the range down here. So if we're looking at a total support area for the TQQQ, you're looking at 48.91. And let me bring this up to the invalidation points to 49.16. And we definitely have a focused area of 49.01. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at here. And I do believe that we have a clean shot to the downside on many tickers too. So team, come tomorrow, please be safe. Make sure to have your risk management in play, because if you don't have the ability to manually stop out or respect your stop loss, then do not trade the financial markets, right? Because it's dangerous. We're going to be looking at high volatility here. Volatility towards the downside is naturally stronger. All right, so I will say to please bear in mind that, right? You need to be able to execute those stops when you're already in the negative, right? So just know for a fact that you can always just pull out and reposition. Don't we're not in the market conditions here to diamond hand to anything, especially with options contracts. We don't do that, and try not to expose yourself overnight. All right, team. So yeah, just know that I'm expecting here a continued downside. Of course we're going to observe this into tomorrow, but just know that, right? So Mark Roach, that's what she said. Mark Roach, where you at, buddy? Let me go ahead and open this ticker symbol wolf up. And you know what? Let me open up my window. It's getting a little hot in here. Just a sec. All right, team. So yeah, what I'm planning on doing here is releasing these types of analysis threads in the Discord. So this type of live stream is something that I want to try to do as a market prep before the next day. Right. So I would be potentially announcing to the Discord members that I will be streaming live, and we're going to go over analysis threads just like the way we did today, and setting up the potential targets for the next day. And then we'll react to those targets when price action starts to potentially go the way that we're talking about. So we're going to prepare for the upside and the downside and be ready for the next trading day. Right. So that said, please remember that over the next day or two, the final Discord platform will be set. I have already hired a Discord professional team to execute the private Discord properly, right? So and I've been guaranteed completion of the Discord server by tomorrow. So as soon as that's done, I will be announcing it over the next week here on YouTube. I'm going to be streaming here on YouTube over the next, for the next last few days. So until the end of this week, I believe I'm going to be trying to bring in everybody back into Discord. But in Discord is where I'm going to be trading live. It is where I'm going to be executing live with the team. All right. So please remember. And so please remember to join up in the Discord whenever you can, because that is where I'm going to be living primarily. Okay, team. So as far as YouTube, I still haven't made the final decision here, but I may be streaming on YouTube for around 25 minutes in the morning. I may or may not be doing that a couple times a week. right, in order to get some more people from the outside to come back into Discord. I'm still going to be releasing analysis threads and video threads on YouTube, because YouTube is literally where I have my biggest following. So I'm gonna continue providing to the subscribers there. But the educational content, the plays, the live trade executions, the swing plays, the strategy plays, that whole thing will completely be taken by Discord, and I will be focusing my attention to the members there. Okay, team. So please remember to join up on there whenever you can. And I will say that I think this is a good step, so for guidance, at least, where we can stream a little bit more free. It's just in YouTube, I got to be careful with a lot of things, man. I can't even play a song right without getting in trouble. So I don't want that kind of limitation there, team, especially with my language, with my language. What I mean is not saying bad words or nothing like that. What I mean is, if I forget to say this is a paper trade, or if I forget to say for training purposes only, well, I'm still going to continue saying that, despite the fact. But it's those little things. I don't want to be limited like that. So we're going to, take our freedom here and really trade the right way. Yeah, Mark Roach said YouTube is like a mom. We want the money songs. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Lion of all trades, if you need songs, I got you. I make beats. Lion of all trades, let's do it, my brother. So guys, please know that we will be making this stream happen in Discord right over the next few days. So, but you can still expect me here. You can still see me trading live and executing over the next few days. But it really is just going to be so that I can get the people who are in vacation, who were potentially working the extra hours during the holiday season, because you know how heavy it can be there. Right, so a lot of people still don't know that I'm executing this thing in Discord. Lots of people don't even know. So Ian Tucker just said that he wants to be able to paint his Corolla. Okay, you guys. So that's really all we're trying to get here. We're gonna get Ian some new tires and a new paint job on the Corolla. So relax, you guys. All right. So all right. Anyway, so ticker symbol Wolf. Mark Roach, I was talking to you about this. This massive bearish engulfing. This does not mean that it's going to continue to the downside, like immediately here, right? So options is saying stock market is our jobs. Who works, dude? I know exactly what you mean, right, dude? Because I'm still fairly a new trader here. I'm still fairly It just so happens that my strike rate is pretty damn good, okay? But I'm still there. So, which is why I consistently load up the $500 into the account, turn it, a week or two later, turn it into $2,000-$3,000, and then pull it out, man, because it's literally like a $42 an hour job of mine, So and then I do it over again. So hopefully by the time I catch up and everything and all the bills are not killing me in the head from when I wasn't trading, hopefully by that time we'll be able to make some real capital here. So this is a good attempt into really growing our portfolios here and take the trade into that next level, team. And I love that I'm getting joined here by a lot of fine traders. And I will say that it does take a lot of discipline, team. It takes a lot of consistency and a lot of studying. You got to train like an athlete. You can't just decide to do this one day. You really have to decide to do this one day. If you catch what I mean, if you catch my drift, $1 million account. I mean, right? Because I have more than a few million assets. Legit? I don't know that I can even say legit or not legit to that. That is what it is, and it is because you're a trader that has good hit rate, my brother. I'm not gonna say that's legit. I'm gonna say that is a trader. How about that? That is my bro, and he's a trader. And that's the way we do it, man. Line of all trades saying I'm a noob at trading. Bro, don't worry. I'm still learning to finally make a 10K win in one trade. Dude, I don't have a doubt in my mind that I could do that any day. But the problem here is to trade that kind of volume is something, that you have to be willing to lose too. Right? So at this point, I'm still okay. Here's my promise to the team that I would be executing 4 to 5 figure entries this year. right? So I purposely left myself limited into a smaller entry system so that I can be able to continuously grow in a consistent basis without having the gambler mindset, right? So I take my psychology very seriously, and I know that the moment I feel that I can get this type of volume of money, I'm going to start deviating from my process, and I'm going to start focusing on the larger entry rather than the process. So I feel that a good 8 months to a year was good enough time frame for me to trade 3 to 4 figure entries, and then now I can go ahead and just focus on this year 4 to 5 figure entries, and then that's going to introduce a different type of volume, you know. Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely, like, for example, guys, I mean, for example, on Friday, my risk was the account is brand new, so it was sitting just at around $480. So the $500 that I told you, I just liquidated it. So I started it. I believe I actually pulled out a little too much. I ended up at 360. I pulled it up to 480, and then on 480 Friday morning, I traded around $280, or I traded more because the setup was perfect. The setup was great, you know. So that really, when you identify the setup and you rate your trade, that's really when you're going to be able to separate yourself from the next trader. Are you able to set your risk on a play that's worth it or not? Can you identify that play or not? That's the thing here, right? So I risked around 65% of the portfolio being $480 to make $380. Right, so now that account is sitting close to $800, and then, you know, in the next few days, I'm gonna make it again to $2,000 or $3,000, and then I'm gonna pull it all out again, right? So if I'm able to do that with just $200 or close to $300, so then imagine what it's gonna be like when I risk $5,000 or $4,000. So that's it's not the gains that I'm looking for. It's the consistency and discipline behind the process. That's what I'm looking for, guys. And I know myself. I know the moment I start feeling that bite of actual money pouring in, I know myself. I know that I'm going to want to go heavier. I know that I'm going to want to pull from my checkings account and be like, hey man, you know what? I'm going to load up another $3,000 right now and let's do it. The fact that I can is that I can, but will I? No, I won't. Because guys, the bottom line here is that I've only been trading for 2 years, and I hear it over and over that people do not focus on their consistency and their discipline. I'm not gonna be one of those failures. I've already failed and I've already paid my tuition. I'm done with that. I will no longer do that. And look at Cryptic Trader saying the same thing to me. I won't let you do that, team. It's because we, as the better trader you become, the better you're going to look out for yourself and others who respect the craft. We have to respect the craft here, team. This is a powerful tool for us to never look back. You know, we'll never look back at having to be hired by someone else or having to report to someone else. Like, so if this has that kind of potential, why would we not respect that process? So Cryptic Trader is literally the floor. he's the floor and manager of the trade floor. Yeah, man, guys, I have to be honest with you, right? I'm not this millionaire. I'm not this baller like crazy. I finally, you know, because of the trade, I live comfortably, and I don't have to worry about me getting some new shoes or me having to. Like for example, tomorrow, guys, I'm not gonna be streaming as long as I will, but tomorrow I have to go pick up my car because it's ready, right? I got into a small accident back when I wasn't actually trading, or I was trading very little, right? So I got into an accident, and now that's gonna cost me around $5,000. So tomorrow I gotta go pick up the freaking car, you know. So I got a bill there. I got my mortgage due. You know, so it's looking like a $10,000 week for me this week. So you can see that I'm fine, right? I'm fine. I'm not gonna over leverage myself and put myself into danger here, but I will be consistent and I will be true to you and I will be transparent to you, right? So it's not the dollar value, it's a percentage, man. It's really the consistency in the play. But I love talking to you guys because I know that I have very respectable traders in here, and I know that these guys know their stuff. So Options is saying trading has challenged my life. I see it change. I see it's changing yours, ARCa. My brother, it really has. And I have to tell you that overall, the biggest change in my life, it's not the fact that I can afford steaks. But some dude made a comment about that. He goes, I hope you enjoy your steaks, man. All like super spiteful. I'm like, what? You don't understand the point of it? It's like, dude, I've never been able to do this for myself. Right? So it's not that. It's not that. The biggest change, yeah, man, let's go get some Wagyus, brother. I'm going to take you there. Let's go. So it's not that. It's the fact that my psychology has changed into a more patient and I don't know whether to call it being passive. I don't know what it is, but it's just it has balanced me. I have discovered things of my psychology that I never knew were possible if it weren't for the trade. And that's what it has changed. It has made me a more patient person. That's what I will tell you. I will tell you. The trade has evolved me into a more patient person. Oh man. So Options is saying, yes, very disciplined, but able to maintain good energy. Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. Because at the end of the day, I'm still me. I can't change me, right? But what I will tell you is that it has improved. It has improved me and my psychology. So that's alongside my stats, right? Because I statistically back myself too, right? But the psychology, that's a critical thing for me, and I believe that it's around 60 to 70% my success. And if I don't pay attention to it and if I don't monitor it, then there could be trouble. But that I guess it can serve as a tip for anyone here. Really, it's just try not to focus on your dollar value. Try to focus on your process and your skill, right? So because this is at some point you're going to say to yourself that I'm not relying on luck, I'm relying on skill. But it's a balance of both, right? Because if you're not trading the right ticker at the right time, then you're not lucky. So if you're looking for it and you don't find it, then you're not lucky. But if you can blame your scanner, you can blame whatever, it doesn't matter. So sometimes luck plays a little bit into this. And I will notice that, right? So a lot of the most successful people in the world will say that a bit of luck has a little play in there for you. So if I can, anyone can. If you can, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yeah, team, if you're gonna take anything from me, take it as it is. Monitor your psychology. I know. I respect Mark Douglas a great deal. He speaks on emotionless trading, and at some point, I followed his word for so long. To the point to where I realized that I wasn't actually executing emotionless. I was trading with emotion. The thing is that if I tried to gain control over my emotion, right? So maybe that's what he meant. Maybe that's what he wanted us to always look at. The emotionless trading means control over your emotion. So yeah, man. Options, yeah. Cryptic trader, me, Mark Douglas is an amazing writer, and he knows that mind of a trader, brother, and it takes that, man. It's amazing. Yep. We're gonna start this off, team. The process is everything. Cryptic trader saying process. It's because it's true, team. It is like that. You gotta work hard to play hard, man. You do. We can't just take it for what it is and do whatever. The stock market is not whatever. It'll hand you your ass in again and again, and then you'll be sorry. But yeah, Cryptic does know, yeah. Dude, Cryptic, man, he's Options. I have to tell you, brother, he's a talented trader. Very talented guy. And that's it, Lion. That's it, man. If we can be consistent over and over, then you know you have a working system. And it's not to apply the same exact system everywhere, because you're gonna have to tweak it, and you're gonna have to adjust it, attenuate it, these little bits here and there, because every different ticker has its own different. Every day it's a different day. Everything is different always. If there's anything constant, it's change, right? So if there's anything that's gonna show a consistent delivery, it's gonna be change. Right, so that's it's unavoidable, right, and it's completely inevitable. So if we know that to be the case, then yeah, we're not going to set the same stop loss here for every single same ticker, or every single ticker. We can't have a stop loss down to 50 cents, 60 cents, whatever that is. We can't do that. We can't execute like that. We have to read the charts, and we have to read price action. So, ticker symbol wolf for you, Mark Roach. I do, he needs to get laid badly. Oh, no. Oh, man. Dude, that is terrible. That's funny. Mark Roach, in California, for instance, starting in April, fast food workers must be paid at least $20 an hour. And on June 1st, healthcare workers will start earning between 18 and 23, depending on their role and the size and type of employer they work for. An hourly rate that will eventually reach 25. What? No way. California? Oh, dude. Mark Roach, that doesn't even sound like it's right, huh? That sounds a little weird. Dude. I don't know, brother. Yeah, I'm not really with that. But anyway, here's my thoughts for you on Wolf. Check this out. If we have an immediate short-term upside, and if I'm not mistaken, oh man, this is going to be the dangerous part. Let me see BTC against the US dollar. Okay. So we're already penetrating beneath the SMA 50 on a 5-minute time frame. Let's see, Wolf. And this was based, let me put the daily here on BTC. Wolf, last print, Friday, December 29th. Okay. Are you already long Wolf, Mark Roach? Are you already long this Bitcoin miner here? This thing is about to gap up. It does, but this is gonna first gap up and then close the gap down. So BTC has I will say, yeah, it's coming back down to invalidation. And the failure, okay, here we go. Failure of 45,184 to 45,136 will mean that we can come back down first to the area. This is a downside. This is a downside projection here. So catch this, right? So yeah, that 45,185 failure would come down to 44,950 to 45,920, which then means your invalidation zone is going to get tested at the SMA 100. Invalidation meaning 44,720. A break of that would introduce that'll introduce a good for a tiny bit of support here. $300 down will validate the SMA 100 as yeah. You know what, dude? This can be around a $1,200 to $2,000 move to the downside here if you fail completely. An hourly close beneath 44,575. It's over. But I will say, I will say that that's going to be the bounce zone. It's looking like it's going to correct here and then potentially continue to the upside, but we'll have to see the conditions then. All right, so if that's the case with BTC, that means that Wolf is potentially going to gap up here starting at in the early pre-market. The gap up could be to the resistance of right up here. I think we're going to gap up to 405 to maybe, let me see, 376 to 405. I think that's going to be the gap up here. Don't get fooled by that. That's going to be the bull trap. This is a complete bull trap here, okay? So let's just say 376 to 405. This is going to be your gap up. This is going, the price action here is going to wiggle around here for a bit, and then it's going to try to come back down and cover that gap up. It's going to come back to the 318 and start validating your 376 as resistance, and then it could actually start coming down. Now, your average of 180, dude, that is massive. Yeah, brother. This Wolf is set to gap up like freaking crazy, brother. But it's gonna come back down, and I think that it's gonna correct all the way to potentially. I hope not, but I'm looking at around a 188 to 201 correction. If it meets exactly what I'm telling you, 189 to 201 could be the correction. But that would be a massive drop, my brother. And I don't know that it's going to be able to fall down that deep, because it would need to fail this range here. So keep an eye when it starts capitulating. Keep an eye on this range here, 254 to 236. Failing this with a 4-hour candle would introduce your 189 to 201. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, if we do end up dropping there, then man, you could actually remove some risk off of this top side here. Remove like some profit here, come back and long it. You know, there's several ways to play this, but yeah, I think you're reaching a pretty little intense bull trap area here. This is all bull trap here. Yes. Ticker symbol ANY, ticker symbol Mara, Riot, all of those are due to a potential gap up in the AM, in the early AM. So especially, don't forget FOMC minutes Wednesday. Yeah, so I'm thinking here that we're gonna correct by Monday end, right? Maybe yeah. I think Tuesday end of session, and then if we get enough time, starting on Tuesday, at the end of the session, after hours, we're gonna start recovering. Wednesday comes in, we're gonna start recovering, continue to recover. That's why I'm saying that we're gonna face a short-term downside on broader markets, Tesla, SPY, Meta. It's gonna be a temporary downside here. I do believe we're gonna create that higher low, and then we're gonna start correcting towards that upside again. I don't think that, I mean, anything's possible, really. Meta's price action is quite impressive, and Tesla too, right? So if we are going to combat the upside here, I don't think that we're going to continue to beat the current highs, but I do think that we may come close to it before finding a consolidation period for the Fed to speak. Okay, good, Mark Roach. At least you have some out. That's good. Okay, team. So yeah, those are my thoughts here leading into tomorrow. Please remember that I'm going to continue streaming on YouTube for the next few days while we gather all of the members back into Discord. And then as soon as we do launch that final Discord, then we're going to have everybody enter the Discord there. And that's where we're going to continue executing every trade every morning, just like the way we've been doing. Okay, team. Please remember. Oh, and you know, I never even mentioned it one time. I apologize. So if you are still interested, team, I have around 11 seats or 10 seats left now for the ArcMastersCourse. And that's going to be my last one, team. This is I'm telling you, I'm making a complete change. The ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com. This is my last 16-week mentorship that I'm going to give out, and that's it. Okay, team, so please remember, get in touch with me at this Gmail, and I will be able to give you the the price points, the syllabus, the disclaimer, that entire thing. Okay, team. So this is gonna be the last time I ever do it. Already, that's gonna be the track 4, so which marks off around 160 students total that I've taught. So please remember, get in touch with me, and we'll make sure that it's chat, dude. I would strongly recommend you take a look at what we're what I covered here. Okay, Tesla puts, Meta puts, SPY puts, ENPH potential upside here before a put play starting at 145.67. Wolf is going to have a gap up here before a correction to the downside and then a continuation to the upside into Tuesday. Please watch whatever you can, chat, as far as the analysis thread here, because we did set up a pretty nice play here for Tesla and for Meta. I did speak a little bit on SPY here. I think SPY may actually come down to this. I don't know if it can make it all the way down to 469.26 to 468.78, but 470.02 seems like it could. Mark Roach, I appreciate everybody for stopping on by. Yeah, oh man, it's definitely. And on Wednesday, remember, Fed minutes. We don't trade that Fed day until we have some guidance. Okay, let's wait for him to say what he's going to say, and then we trade that reaction. Yeah, Chad, check it out, my brother. I know you're going to find some use on this, my dude. But I really appreciate everybody for coming on by. Options, love you, buddy. Lion of all trades. Chad, Mark Roach, Cryptic Trader, if you're still in there, I love you guys a lot. Ian Tucker. If any questions, you guys know where to reach me. You guys know where I'll be at. Damon Audios, my brother. Fern5, always good to see you here, my bro. All right, you guys. So, John, Happy New Year to you, my brother. Yes, and Happy New Year to everybody in here, team. We're gonna talk again on that's right. We're gonna talk again on Taco Tuesday. Get that good rest, team. Appreciate everybody for coming on by. And let's do it. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ian Tucker is gonna be same time, 7 a.m. I need you to do your own due diligence. Everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very good rest of your night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Yeah.